I want to talk with you about coffee enemas because something I mentioned in my last video, and I would like to elaborate about how to do a coffee enema. First, I'd like to say that I was diagnosed with adult acute onset eczema. Hope I said that right. A few years ago, the dermatologist told me the only thing you're going to be able to use is steroid cream, and you're going to have to live with this for the rest of your life. And I thought, oh no, I'm not. There's got to be a way to get rid of it because I wasn't born with it. So I'm not going to do that. So I had luckily heard about the Gerson therapy prior to going to the dermatologist, and I figured I'd give it a try. I tried all the steroid creams and none of them seemed to be working, and I went to several dermatologists. They all said the same thing. You have to use the steroid cream. It's the only thing we have to treat that, and this is what you have to live with for the rest of your life. Once you get it, it doesn't go away. That's what they told me. It's 2 years ago, okay? And I haven't had an outbreak since I tried the Gerson therapy, which is it detoxed cleaned my blood, so to speak. Please research the Gerson therapy. I do not have time to go into detail about all the benefits that come from that. I did not do the entire Gerson therapy. I simply did the coffee enemas. The Gerson therapy in and of itself has juice, and there's diet, and there's a whole system that's involved. I did not do the entire system. I simply just did the coffee enema. So please research that. But if you are dealing with eczema or any type of issue with your skin, and it's something that has popped up out of nowhere and you didn't always have it, you weren't born with it, and even if you were, I knew that whatever was happening, I was having patches pop up everywhere, and I'm like, and I just thought, well, it must be in my blood. It must be something trying to get out of me, and my skin is an organ, and so it's figuring that, hey, let's just go out that way, get these toxins out. So I knew I needed to cleanse. And when I heard about the Gerson therapy and how it works, I thought that sounds like the right answer, and I was right. And I'm shocked because it was just a stab in the dark. Honestly, I didn't know if it would work or not. I never connected or heard anyone say, oh, the Gerson therapy worked to treat eczema, okay? And so I was so glad I tried it, and I want to talk to you about how to do a coffee enema. First off, you're going to need a water bottle, and mine happens to be pink. I don't know if they come in, I'm sure they come in other colors, but you're going to need that. And you're also going to need the tubing that attaches to the bag, okay? And then you're going to need organic coffee. This, I'm not going to show you the brand because I'm just holding up some organic coffee, but this is not the coffee I use for my enemas. I go on Amazon.com and I order, I don't know the company's name, but it's specific organic coffee for enemas. And so if you type in coffee, enema coffee, it'll pop up. And I think when I went on there was only like 1 or 2 companies that actually sold the coffee specifically for enemas, okay? But it is organic, and you want to use organic. Please do not go to Kroger or Value Mart or whatever Publix or wherever you are in the country. Please don't go there and buy some regular coffee and use that for your enema. It has to be organic, okay? That's like the first important thing you must do. So get the beans, because you want, when you do your coffee enema, you want it to be fresh. So if you ever grind coffee, you notice when you first grind it, it's like, wow, it smells so strong, it's fresh. You want it to be that way. So you're going to need some kind of coffee grinder, or you could use anything that, let me think, there's like tons of things out there to grind up things that are hard. You don't have to just buy a coffee grinder. I used, you can almost use almost anything as long as it's specifically strong enough to grind something into a fine powder. So I'm gonna let you figure that out. But if all else fails, just go to Walmart and get a coffee grinder, or go wherever and get a coffee grinder. So then you're gonna also need a strainer. And I would say use distilled water. You can get that at the store. I think they're like, I don't know, 59 cents for a jug of distilled water. It's the best water to use. I don't know why, but I just heard it is, so I just try it. And you get that distilled water, you grind your coffee. I would say I would use, for me, I think I use about 3 tablespoons for one enema, 3 to 4 tablespoons, and I'm just roughing it. I don't have an exact measure, but I take those beans and I grind them and I put them in the water in a pot. I boil it and let it steep, and then I strain the water, okay, and I usually strain it into a bowl, and then I let it cool. And actually what I do, I usually kind of either stick my elbow in it or my pinky finger until it's warm enough to enter into my body. I don't want to put it in my body when it's scalding hot. I don't want that. I want it to cool off so that I'm not, you know, in shock or burning my insides, okay? So once it cools to a decent warm, I still want it warm, I don't want it cold, but, you know, warm temperature that I think I can handle, that's safe. Please don't burn your insides. That's horrible. I take it and I pour it inside my bag. And how much water do you use? It really kind of depends on your colon. I hear some people can take a lot and some people can only take a little. So what I normally do is, I don't fill this all the way up because I just can't hold that much. I can hold probably more now than I did when I initially started. But let's say, I don't know, somewhere around 8 cups of water maybe to start. I don't know, like I would fill up like a pot maybe this big. I would probably fill it up maybe halfway or a little bit more than halfway. So, you know, I don't know if that helps. You might be able to find, you know, someone who gives you actual proportions. I just kind of winged it and it worked. So I don't know that if there's a definite measure. Whenever I fill this up, and then okay, so I have my coffee, it's strained, I pour it in here, I screw this on, and then I get in the tub. I usually have music and candles lit, and you get some kind of lubricant to put on here, okay? I hang it so that it's above me so that the gravity will pull the coffee down, and then you want to make sure you have this locked initially, and then you want to unlock it so that the coffee will run out, because there will be some air bubbles in there that you want to get out there before you insert this. So then I let it run out, and then once it runs coffee, no more air bubbles, I tighten this back up, okay? And then I have my candles, I have my music. I usually try to play a video maybe for about, you know, 5 to 10 minutes while this is inside, because you want to hold it in for as long as you can. And up to, I don't know, 10 minutes or so. Everyone's different as far as how long do you hold it. I can only hold it for a certain time, and then it's coming out. So you hold it as long as you can. Each time you do it, you will be able to hold it a little bit longer. You lay on your right side and you relax. After you insert this into your anus and you let the coffee slowly flow in, I always have extra coffee in here. So, because some people may be able to take a whole bag, but I can't, not yet. So even though I fill this up, I'm not going to take all of this in. I can only take so much, and then once I feel like I can't take anymore, I close it back up. And then I lay there and I let this sit inside of me. You can massage if you want, or you can just kind of lay there and just meditate. And then you'll feel the urge to eliminate. And then you get up and you go to the toilet and you let it all out. And then you clean up when you're finished. And that's it. That's how you do it. I can also say that after you do, you will immediately feel wonderful, energetic, and clean on the inside. It was really cool. I also did a chlorophyll. I tried to do several. I did just plain water, I did coffee, and I did chlorophyll just to see if I could tell a difference. And by far the coffee enema is my absolute favorite. Not just because it helped get rid of my eczema that has never come back, but because I felt so good after doing it. I don't know all of the health benefits that come from that, but I detoxed for sure. So give it a try. Follow these directions. Be safe. Make sure the water is not too hot inside your water bottle. You can order any of this on Amazon.com. You can get this and your coffee beans for your enema on Amazon.com as well. I had a hard time finding this at Walmart and local drugstores. They either had just the water bottle and not the attachment, or they didn't have it at all. So go ahead and try Amazon. It's the easiest way, and it's not very expensive at all. You just have to wait for it to come. Alright, I will talk with you guys later. Peace, enjoy, and stay tuned for my next tutorial.